What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Kid Mizzle back with you again today, and I have a little bit of a different type of review for you. Going back to my roots in a way, I'm bringing you a phone review, and it's not any phone review. In 2017, it is the Samsung Galaxy Note 4 review. So I'm still rocking this, obviously. I got it on Straight Talk. I'm going to tell you how it's been working for me, how I like it, and if I plan on giving up on it entirely and just getting a Note 8 when it comes out in a couple months. So let me tell you the backstory on this a little bit. So I bought the Note 4 in 2015 on eBay for about $400, and the phone came out in about 2014 and late 2014. And around that time, I had the phone I'm currently filming with, the Note 2. So I've had three phones on my current carrier, Straight Talk. That's the S2, the Note 2, and the Note 4. And since 2015, this phone has done everything I've wanted it to do. It's been reliable. It's come through when I've needed it to come through. And it's been quick. And it has an SD card slot, which is money. So real quick, let me tell you about Straight Talk. So I've had videos on this channel kind of talking about my Straight Talk service on older phones, and I am on the $45 plan, 8 gigs. They recently bumped that up to 8 gigs, and my month is almost over, and you see 4.33 gigs, so way under my 8. So that's a worthwhile upgrade for me. But the one thing to note, word to the wise about Straight Talk, is the speeds are not great. So you'll see here, and actually you see there's some of the RAM management, but terrible speeds, just terrible speeds on Straight Talk. But you see my service up top. I don't have great service at my apartment. I kind of fluctuate between 1 and 3 bars. Phone calls fine. I get everything I need in terms of, like, I don't miss calls because of my signal strength. But you can see the data speeds aren't the best. But it still does everything I need for it to do. I can get my emails. I'm able to go online. I'm able to listen to Spotify. I'm able to YouTube. I'm able to do all of that stuff, even though the speeds aren't great. And I'm on Wi-Fi a lot. So the slow 4G LTE speeds that you see up top aren't a big damper on the experience. Straight Talk has been really clutch for me in terms of pricing and in terms of reliability for the service. Customer service, a little bit of a different story, but I haven't had to deal with them because from the get-go, it's just kind of worked for me. So I haven't had to go through them a whole bunch. So I can't really speak on the customer service experience because thankfully I haven't had to kind of deal with them. So let's talk about the phone a little bit. 5.7-inch screen. You got a 16 megapixel camera. I'm using an AT&T Note 4 because on Straight Talk, you can buy SIM cards to pop into phones that give you Straight Talk service. So I have a micro SIM in here, and you can buy a nano SIM for other phones. And I'm not sure if this is still the case with newer phones, but with this was an AT&T locked phone, and I had a AT&T micro SIM. I popped it in, I put in the Straight Talk AT&T settings, and I just got service. So one of the cool things about Straight Talk to me is that you can get a carrier locked phone and pop in your AT&T SIM from Straight Talk and then use the phone without having to go through a whole bunch of stuff or get it unlocked and this and that. So that's been really helpful, and it's been really useful for me. And it's one of the reasons why I can see myself staying with Straight Talk. So continuing on the phone, the camera's been really good still. Marshmallow update is the last thing it's going to get on this phone, and I'm okay with that. I definitely get it. In terms of getting in and out of apps, it's been fluid. It's been fine. Like, it's not the fastest phone anymore, of course. You kind of have to deal with a little bit of lag here and there. Multi-apps, you know, if there are apps that you have kind of hanging in limbo, you know, and recently stored, it's probably going to reload on you. And that's to be expected. Going into your browser, like, that's where you'll see a lot of kind of the age of the phone, so to speak, in terms of loading that stuff up. So that's not quick. It's not as fast as you would see on a newer phone nowadays, but those speeds aren't a must for me, considering the money I save. So I'm willing to deal with that all the time. So in terms of the usefulness of the phone, like I like the way it still looks Samsung wise. I know it's not part of the new Grace UI. You don't get that on the Note 4, but even something like the music app is well designed still. And I use it a lot. It looks modern. It's really quick. It's fluid. I like the layout of it. It's I use it a bunch and it looks great. And it's been quick and I've enjoyed using it. So between that, like I use the phone every day. It doesn't reboot on me at all. It doesn't stutter and hang up in terms of like freezes and crashes. It's been really reliable. And I can see myself using this phone well into 2018 because the Note 8 is going to be priced out of this world. So in terms of why I haven't upgraded, that's part of the reason is, the Note 5 didn't have SD card storage and I have a 128 gig card on here, which has been money. And you see I have, some TLC on here. So I've been able to just pack out all of my music onto this card and put some movies, put some pictures, all types of stuff on this phone because of that card. So the Note 5 didn't have it. We all know what happened to the Note 7, rest in peace. And now, like I mentioned, Note 8 is going to be really expensive. So the Note 4 has been kind of like the perfect glove for my life and my experience. So I don't see myself going back on this anytime soon. And it's well worth a purchase for you if you're looking for a big screen phone, you want storage, you want a really good camera, you want the S Pen. I didn't even mention the S Pen. Like the S Pen there has been so great in terms of these types of apps. Smart Select, Screen Write, DocuSign's been big for me in terms of being able to sign documents and stuff. Now you get DocuSign on other apps and other phones as well, but to be able to have this pen has been money. And I feel like the more I use this pen, the harder it is to get a phone without a pen. And like I said, with what happened with the Note 7 and then with the Note 5 not having SD card storage, the Note 4 was the way to go. So with that, that's pretty much been my experience with the Note 4. It's really reliable. I still love it to this day. It's going to be the phone that I will have owned the longest in terms of usefulness, in terms of daily drivers. This has been my daily driver since 2015, and I'm going to have it through 2018, and it has not been a problem at all, which is, you don't see that a lot with phones. And this was a really good phone. Samsung really hit it out the park with the Samsung Galaxy Note 4. So if you have any questions about Straight Talk or any questions about the Note 4 at all, hit me up, let me know. And thanks for watching, guys. This was Kid Mizzle, and I'll be back with you again soon with more videos.